So on social media, do the content with people and faces on it actually perform better or not? That's the big question that we're answering today. Whether you're running your own marketing or you're a professional, people feel really strongly about this, and we felt like we needed to get to the bottom of it once and for all. There's a well-known principle in advertising that human faces, specifically faces showing emotion, can significantly increase conversions. According to psychological studies, this happens because our brains are wired to recognize and interpret facial expressions. But all ads aren't created equally, and we want to know if it converts more on social media specifically. So we're going to look at both sides of the argument, and by the end of this video, we should have a clear answer which you'll be able to apply to your social media marketing strategy. Imagine scrolling through your feed and all of a sudden you see a familiar face. It can be either somebody you know personally or you feel like you know, like a celebrity. If you stop and think about it, that familiar face probably feels something like, a friendly wave that makes you stop and engage. If you're a small business owner, a significant chunk of your followers might know you personally, especially if you're still starting out. And they're likely to interact or connect with a post that has you in it, because it's kind of like you're extending your hand and they feel like it's rude to just leave you hanging, so they interact. And it's not just about you. Using photos of a model or an influencer or a local celebrity can be effective too. Their fans will recognize them and it'll lead to more likes, shares, and comments. So for an example, a fitness brand collaborates with a fitness influencer, the post often see a spike in engagement because the influencer's followers will flock, and then they'll comment and then they'll support the influencer. It's why brands pay so much to collaborate with popular faces. So there's a video that we posted where we explain what you need to do in order to get better clients with more profitable jobs. And in that video, we talk about how you need to make it your goal to be seen as an industry leader and how that will open doors and opportunities for you. That fitness influencer that I mentioned is only an influencer because they're seen as an industry leader in the fitness world. And now they're being called for collaborations and they're being paid for it. So if you're feeling stuck, you're running it really hard, we're not really getting anywhere, and you want to learn how to escape that cycle, make sure that you go back and you watch that video so you can figure out how to work not harder, but smarter. So I'll leave the link in the description, and then I'll also leave the link for that video up here towards the end so you don't miss it. Okay, but now let's flip the script. Some experts argue that pictures with products or landscapes or just body parts perform better. Posts like this allow viewers to insert themselves into the scene. So think of it like this. A photo of a serene beach isn't just a beach, it's an invitation to imagine yourself there, feeling the breeze and hearing the waves. For some brands, the product is the star. So a crystal clear shot of just a jewelry or a watch might be more captivating than any human presence. A travel company posting breathtaking landscape can inspire followers to dream of their next vacation, encouraging them to engage and explore more. Some brands don't even want to put people in the content because they're scared it'll cause a distraction. Like that same travel company, if they put an ad of a skinny woman in a clad bikini at that beach, women who see that and at the moment don't feel like their body is beach ready might see that and be turned off from booking a vacation because they feel like they couldn't possibly feel comfortable in a beach in their current body. I have a lot of personal opinions about that example and the beauty standards that are set, but that's another video for another channel. Okay, so which really is better? We rolled up our sleeves and dug deep into the research so you don't have to, and we found that brands like Nike, Victoria's Secret, and Abercrombie found images with people to be more engaging, but others like Rolex watches and Tesla typically don't include people in their ads. So what's the final word? I'm sorry, but the truth is that it really depends. Your brand is unique, and so is your audience. So the golden rule here is post, analyze, and refine. Post a variety of content, some with faces, some without, some with just body parts. And analyze the insights and the metrics that you get. Which posts are getting more engagement? And then refine your strategy based on what you learn. Keep what works and don't be afraid to ditch what doesn't. So before we move on, here's a little challenge for you. For the next week, alternate between posting content with faces and without, and then go back and look into your insights, your analytics, and tell us what you discover. Are your followers team face or team no face? Share your results in the comments here in this video. And if you want more straight to the point insights like this, hit that subscribe button. Soon we're going to be releasing exclusive content for subscribers, and we don't want you to miss it. But seriously, social media is a really dynamic space. Trends shift and algorithms change, and your audience's preferences change too. Being rigid won't do you any favors. Be willing to adapt, evolve, and innovate based on what your data is telling you. So there you have it, Sassy Squad. The face or no face debate in content isn't black and white. It's a spectrum. And where your brand falls on that spectrum is something only you can determine by piecing together the clues your audience leaves behind in the forms of likes, comments, and shares. We're here to guide you, but you're the one writing your brand's success story, one post at a time. And if you found this experiment helpful, don't just keep it to yourself. Share this video with other fellow business owners and professionals. Until next time, Sassy Squad, keep your content vibrant, your analytics sharp, and remember, marketing should be sassy. There you go. Done. Woo!